Why is it so green? And now it's pink.
What exactly?
Okay, can you move?
Because of the color. Because
Ah, right. Okay.
his paw.
Oh, you need to
Big.
move just a little bit so we can actually see
But
you. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to make this video, I'm also gotta talk in the mic. The reason why I wanted to make this video is I want to kind of have a little bit of a remembering time. I know we've done this like 100 times already. But I want to kind of also put together all the videos that we have from the times that we traveled and, you know, all the cool stuff that we did together. And obviously it's not going to be everything, but I think it's nice to like talk about how we met, how we got here, what is the situation. And we obviously traveled a lot ever since like we moved in together. So it's like a nice opportunity to put it all in kind of like a 3-part series story. And yeah, so I think it's gonna be a cool thing.
For sure.
So are you gonna say where and how we met?
Well, we didn't discuss if we like how we can talk about it.
No, like we can say that we made peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
So yeah, we made peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Come on, you have to start start from the very beginning, right? That was a very big hike.
The very beginning. So well, we were in Madeira. By we, I mean me and my brother. And yeah, we kind of joined some community hikes in the beginning. And
you didn't just join, you organized them.
No, first we joined them.
Ah, okay.
And then we kind of noticed that it's like not really working out so well, because like we wanted to do more hikes, but how many, like there were not so many organized. So we kind of took the opportunity to try and organize on our own. And yeah, basically did one every week. And I don't know even the how, like which time it was, but we did a few before, and then we did one. Actually, I don't remember the name. It's something with Furado, I think.
Furado.
It's like where you walk basically. Also, it was quite a rainy day, I think. My dad also came for a visit, so we also had a car to get there because it was quite deep into the island. And yeah, also from the hikes we already made a few friends. So some of the people I actually knew and liked also. So that we already like talked a bit more, and we had like kind of a better relationship. And then this hike was like fully packed. There was like
40 people.
40 people, yeah.
At least.
So the whole, like, we met at this parking. There was also like this camping site there. And it was a lot of people. So yeah. Naturally.
You guys were super easy to spot also. Like for me the whole story started from me literally begging to get the car because I just got my driving license. I wanted to drive as much as it's like physically possible. But because my grandpa kind of scared me off, he's like, you never driven in the mountains before, like it's gonna be freaky, like you've never done this before. And I'm like, kind of, but I really, like, I had this feeling like I had to go to the hike. I really had to go to this hike. I don't know what it was. I was there for like a month. I wasn't in a very good psychological state, I think, and I came to visit my grandparents there, and I really needed this hike. Like, I wanted to socialize also because I felt like I was just not in a very good place, and I needed, I needed good people in my life, and I needed this like connection, and I needed nature and calmness and everything. And I was like, this is such a good opportunity to meet cool people, and also the ones that I was like going out and hiking and like enjoying nature. Maybe they're also doing some cool stuff. But he was like, my grandpa was like, nah, grandma can drive you all the way to Funchal. And then I negotiated taking a taxi and sharing a taxi with like 3 other people. And as we are driving there, I'm like, wow, this is so beautiful. Because before, I haven't really gone around the island so much. So it was in Madeira in Portugal. And I've visited it once before, and I didn't really explore so much because, again, I didn't have the driving license. So it was like stopping me from actually going out and doing cool things. So, and we arrived there, and I see this like ginormous group of people. Everyone's like talking, and I'm not a very extroverted person, but I need someone to kind of drag me in as soon as someone kind of clicks and starts talking to me, then I kind of open up and start talking, because I need someone to kind of like give me a push, and then I will like, go. Yeah, and I saw this really, really beautiful person. The funny thing is, this guy was literally the only one that didn't talk to me. Like, everyone was coming up and like having conversation and like asking, and like also quite a lot of like a bit of Ukrainians. Everyone is also like from all over the world, because it's like nomad community. And yeah, and I went for, there was like a waterfall in this like little mountain, I don't know, pond. It wasn't really a lake, it was like a little, I don't know how to call it. Anyway, and I went for, I really wanted to swim. And I went for a little swim. And probably everyone thought I was like a very attention seeking. You thought that. You definitely thought that I was like this attention seeking person. I just wanted to dip. I wanted to get some sort of like positive emotions, because I was also coming, I was going to Madeira from Ukraine and back, in this time Ukraine was pretty bad. Like, we didn't have light, we didn't have electricity, we didn't have water for like days on end. And yeah, that wasn't a very good time anyway, plus like, also not being in a very good psychological state. It's all layered up, so I wanted to get emotions. So that's why I was acting like maybe a little bit crazy. Okay, you talk now.
Sure, like, I mean, I was just remembering like why was it like it was, and that's why I also started to say it's like quite overwhelming, because also like, I don't know, like we didn't have like much expectations. We kind of posted the hikes that we did somewhere. I think we did few before that were also packed. So it was.
But never this packed.
No, I think they were like they were like similar size, but it's also like day form. So sometimes you're like up for it. Usually I'll try to find one person that I can talk to for long. That's like the best outcome for me, because for me it was always like, okay, if I meet like one cool person in the hike and actually get to know them and not just like have
that's already
small talk,
quite good, yeah.
then it's cool. So yeah, but I don't know. On this day, I was maybe not so much in the mood. So I really stuck to the people that I know. Just
but you
walked.
noticed the crazy girl in the waterfall.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, couldn't.
I did everything right.
couldn't overlook the swimming. I think also someone went swimming naked there. Or
I
something.
think Kevin was like one of the guys.
Yeah, and yeah, but so
He's
we
standing there like going, crackheads, stupid people.
we just
Go
like
away.
focused on, I don't know, just focus on a few. I think I talked to a few other people also on the way back, but also it was always like a bit of convenience. Like I was walking somewhere, there's like someone else that is just walking alone, so I'll go talk with them. So maybe if you say you already talked, you were always talking to someone.
Yeah.
I'm like not very likely to come and join the conversation because like I prefer also one on
True,
one.
I wouldn't do it either if I were you.
So
Like, I'm also not super extroverted.
so I guess that's why.
I just ate ice, sorry.
But yeah, like this hike did the further setup. I think though, like there were some people that were I think about to leave, and they I think on this hike they invited us also to come to their goodbye party.
Yeah.
So they they wanted to kind of have like a goodbye party, like a couple of people that were leaving and were to like live together or whatever. And so yeah, they invited us also to Funchal to come, and same thing pretty much again. Like we went with a few people that we know.
There were so many people. So it was like Funchal is like the center of Madeira. And there was so many people. This was like a bar. And also, for me, driving-wise was horrible. Like,
Yeah.
I was in like a big city pretty much the first time in a car. And Funchal, it's quite easy to drive in.
It's very narrow.
When you know what you're doing, when you know where you are, when you've already been there a few times, then it's fine. But when you're driving for kind of like, before I just driven in villages, I know you go to a big city where there's like a separate traffic, a separate kind of mood there. So, you know, it's a little bit overwhelming, and it took me so long to find parking. And even when I parked, I couldn't, because it's also like the signs are in Portuguese, and I'm also overwhelmed because I think Philip, your brother, wrote that you were coming to the party, so I was already quite excited. I was kind of, you know, looking forward to it. But again, I was kind of trying to get into this mindset. Okay, just like don't make it the goal, because if you make it the goal, and you don't end up talking at all, you don't end up connecting at all, then it's like it's gonna feel like, you know, you came and you wasted time. But I found a parking. I walked all the way to the bar. The bar's like too full, like way too full.
Also very weird. It was like just stone inside. Like the walls were stone, the floor was stone. The drinks were very expensive.
I didn't drink anything. No, wait, I got something. I got like a non-alcoholic mojito.
Yeah, but you like just sat there, basically coming in. There was like on the left just a group sitting.
Yeah.
So like close group. Wouldn't go in. Because we just came, we went get a drink, and then we were standing like on the, I don't know, dance floor. Not really. It's like just a little room. It was not very big actually.
Yeah, no, it was very crammed. Honestly, too much people.
But here's the funny thing: we actually didn't like it, so we decided.
I also didn't like it.
Let's just go. Like we also didn't like really click with these people that invited us. It's like, so we were like, yeah, okay, let's maybe just go to our favorite poncha bar and
in Mashika, and that would have been it.
No, we went in Funchal, so it's just like Poncha Dorai. It's just like maybe 10 minutes walk. Just went there.
Yeah.
And it's like just this little bar where you can order on the street. They have a little bit of sitting area, but we were just on the street basically. And then we had a couple of ponchas also there.
Oh, so you went away? I was wondering.
Yeah, we went away for like probably quite a while. Like we were there maybe for half an hour, and then we went away again.
Yeah.
And then we came. After that we just went straight to this casino. But like we literally just like had poncha with a few people. Also, there were still some people also from Mashiko, and we were quite a few people, but like more people that I also know. And yeah, we just like stand there and drink, and then yeah, but then at some point we were like, okay, yeah, we can, like, they still want to go to this club, to this casino.
I was the one that initiated this whole
Yeah,
thing.
I thought it was like
No,
the plan.
I was the one that initiated the going to casino because I've heard there's a club there.
But before, because it was already, I think, like agreed before we came, because
I
how
have
would we know
no
otherwise?
idea. I have no idea, Julian. Because I was the one that wrote into the main group and I was like, guys, I'm not like, I don't like this bar. Whoever wants to go dance, let's go dance.
Yeah.
Because I also didn't really like how crammed it was. And also, I kind of had I wanted to move around. I didn't really want to sit
No,
in there.
it was really, I thought it was shit. That's also why we
Yeah.
were there for a little bit, and also some of the people came
Yeah.
up, and I don't know, we didn't really click, so we were like, okay, fuck, like let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, I actually went like with two ladies and two Italian dudes. One of the ladies with this Polish lady that he later danced with the plant.
Mm-hmm.
She was amazing. She was the star of the show, honestly.
Yeah. No, she also danced with me.
She got so drunk. Oh, let's wait. I'll tell you another thing about this girl. Anyway, so I kind of initiated this whole going to the casino.
Maybe
and then,
we saw that then in the group.
I think
so.
you
Otherwise,
must
how
have.
would we know?
You must have saw that, yeah, because otherwise I don't think that was pre-negotiated. But I definitely remember I wanted to go to that casino because I know why, because before there was like a party on Purple Friday, and they had a very nice DJ, something I don't remember anyway. And he was in the casino that evening.
Oh, okay.
Not on the main stage, on the second floor stage. Gosh, and I was like, I wanted to go there because he was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going there. If you guys whoever wants to join, I'm up for it. Let's go. So I go with these people. They're already quite drunk. I'm not, but I'm excited. And the thing is, I think half of the people didn't get in because they asked for IDs.
Really?
Yeah. You had to pay.
Yeah, I remember we actually.
But you also have to have IDs.
I think we actually bought like a bottle so we can get in fast. It was like 100 or something euros that you had to buy like an expensive bottle to skip the line or something.
What?
I'm not sure if we did it in the end.
I paid like 10 euros.
But we were discussing it
and
also.
had my 2 juices then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It was cool because I have been to like pool parties and like rooftop parties, but not to a club.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And so it was nice. Like I think that's also why we thought
I think
like,
you went
it'd
in.
be cool to go.
You went in also later, because
Yeah,
when we
later,
came
yeah.
in, it was so bad. Because we came in and there's like 5 people in that downstairs
early, so,
club. Yeah, and I was like, where's the DJ that I like? Because he wasn't there. He was on the upstairs bar. And I still stayed in that place for a little bit, but then I went upstairs onto the other bar, and he was actually there. And I was literally like, there was me, there was like a few more people, and we would just dance. Everyone else is like, it's like more like a lounge also place, so there's not really a lot of people dancing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my voice is breaking. There's not a lot of people dancing, so I was like the only one, and then people started joining in, and I'm like, yay, okay, I'm having fun. And also, at some point, I think people started leaving. Like, one girl went away. The other one was like, okay, I have a plane tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, girl, what are you doing here? So, yeah. And I was really like... And they didn't have any non-alcoholic drinks upstairs.
Okay.
And I asked because, well, I don't really drink alcohol, so I also didn't really want to, because I was still thinking that I have to drive back home, and I didn't want to also like F it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like, I couldn't have any, and I didn't want to. So I actually went downstairs expecting that it's gonna be still lame, but actually it wasn't so lame because as it was going down, I think I've said this sentence like 150,000 times at this point. As I'm going down, the music starts playing and then it's going, all I need is your love.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, this is actually not lame anymore. And I'm going down and I'm thinking I'm gonna stay. Then I see the circle, the nomad circle, the circle of the cult circle.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, but I remember everyone's like standing in the circle and people were dancing. And I went to get my drink because I was super thirsty. And I come join the circle. And then I also see you in your black t-shirt. Beautiful black t-shirt. And and I was just trying. I remember that I was just trying to like touch your arms with my shorts. None as 100% flirting tactic. I'm gonna try to touch you
As subtle as possible.
because I was like, hey, I'm not coming to you and asking you like to talk to me.
Sure.
I was a little bit shy, but also I have
principles.
I have a principle. Yeah, I have principles. I'm not that kind of girl. Yeah, you tell the story from your perspective now. The part where we were in the club already.
Yeah, I don't remember so much. Yeah, I mean, I did have also a couple of ponchos before, so yeah, I remember that again, that we were in the long line to get in actually, and then we actually again we tried this stuff with this bottle. I think I'm not sure if we did it in the end. We got in, and yeah, I think we also just went straight to dancing. Like I didn't really go anywhere else. Also, we just stayed there downstairs. Didn't go anywhere. I think I got like one drink because there were like 2 free drinks included or something. Get like one drink.
Yeah, that was true.
And then we just danced, and yeah, like this kind of blends in for me a little bit. But yeah, I know that at some point I'm like kind of like doing this move, like actually like asking you to dance, like
the
kind of
move
like this. And
I was like, yes.
Yeah, we danced.
And we danced, and like out of nowhere, we also started kissing, like just like so randomly, and it's just like. Also, I've never thought that this is gonna be how I'm gonna meet the love of my life in a club, me. And like we like went to Mashiko to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like the evening that it happened. That was crazy. And I remember we already went out of the club, and this Polish lady was also going out with someone I don't remember. And she's like, I danced with your guys or something like that. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Look at that.
Yeah, she was very drunk, and also
She was so drunk. Yeah.
She just danced, and she just like went down, and then she just fell on the floor, and then that's it. Like she didn't come back up, and I'm like, okay, what am I doing now? Like I don't know. Like
Jesus
I guess
Christ.
I'm going away. And some other girl took her to the toilet. Like, she was like completely passed out.
Yeah. Gosh, poor girl.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I think the actual meeting was more like the hike after.
True. Yeah, because I also next morning I went back. You paid for the taxi ride to Funchal, and then I went and found the car, and the car was actually someone bumped into the car. So that was a very a very nice beginning of the morning for me.
Yes.
And the funniest thing again is that I wasn't even a little bit drunk. Like I had juice, like juice. I don't remember which kind of juice, but it was nice. I remember.
Yeah, I remember that I had to kind of like chill a bit in the sun for the rest of the day and like get fit again. I was like just sleeping on the balcony, like on our veranda, just like with coffee. And
Oh, look at this guy. He's just falling down. Oh, little baby. I remember the phone call that I had with my mom the next morning. Also, that was very funny. You did what? I'm like, Mom, I don't know how this. I know how this. I mean, I didn't just trip and fall onto this guy, but that was very nice. And she's like, you realize that maybe this is like the last time you see him. I'm like, hell, that was worse. I was literally like mentally, I was getting myself ready to never see you again, because I also didn't know you as a person. No. So I didn't know whether you will be up for like an actual relationship. I was very much up for like a relationship, like a stable, long-term, very nice, like we have one. No. But yeah, I didn't know. Gosh, look at this guy. He's just fully relaxed.
Don't just give me attention.
Oh my gosh. This is our little baby. Yeah. And then you wrote me about the hike. You also told me about the hike.
Yo.
In the morning. And I remember walking on this, like, on the shore in Moshiko. That was also so nice, like, so chill. I just remember being... From the moment I woke up next morning, I was just so calm. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't think about anything else in the world. I was just here, like, super present. And yeah, we were walking on this beach. It was also very, very beautiful. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was almost like a rom-com or something. It was just so surreal, and yeah, it was very beautiful.
For Sunday during the week, it was like a Thursday or something. And then on the weekend there was the next hike, I think.
Yeah, and you also messaged me about it, and you're still sour about the fact that how I replied.
Yeah, it's like... I don't know, I looked it up.
Common.
I don't know, the exact... Sounds very promising.
Imagine, I was such a...
Right? Like, sounds very promising. I think also just that, like, just... You
were like, hi, it was nice to, like, meet you or something, and would you be, like, interested to go to a hike on Saturday or Sunday? Mm-hmm. Sunday? I don't remember anymore, but, like, and I'm like, sounds promising. Because, hey, I'm hard to get. Hard to get, yeah. Mm-hmm. Not for this guy. Yeah, and the hike, I think, was also very awkward in the first few minutes.
Yo, maybe in the start.
In the first, like, especially when I just arrived, and also my grandma drove me to it. And I'm just sitting there, like, I see you, and I'm really, like, I don't know how to behave, really, because I also don't know what you think, and what are your thoughts, and what is going on, like...
Yeah, for me, it was, like, another one of these hikes. It's, like, not that full. Still quite a bit of people.
No, it was better. It was much better.
Maybe still, like, 15 or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, again, like, new faces, and kind of...
for sure.
Have to say hello to everyone, and again, a few people that I knew. So in the beginning, I was also walking with a few people that I knew. I'm like also seeing you like slowly like getting away.
Yeah,
like running away with someone else.
I was trying to kind of comfort myself by talking to a girl that I know, because again, I didn't really want to like come up to you and like start talking to you, because I wasn't sure whether you would want that. And I didn't want to kind of make it seem like you need to. because I think it was important for me to actually be able to see whether you would come, you know, and talk to me. But yeah, and I was just trying to talk to a friend and kind of try to have a good time no matter what happens. Because again, I was not sure about what will happen. And then I think either you caught up with me. I don't remember how we started talking. Oh no, I got out of the tunnel and I think you said like one sentence to me or something like something also about like.
I think it was the first time that everyone stopped and you were not like, because also the group is always a little bit long, so
Yeah,
it's like
it's hard
you can't just
to-
skip every. Then there's a tunnel,
No.
you can't skip anyone. So it's like kind of hard to reach also somewhere. I think we
Yeah.
stopped there for like a break or for photos.
Yeah, because there was like a waterfall right before,
Yeah,
and
then-
everyone was taking pictures.
Yeah, I also don't remember what I said, also, but like
But we started talking.
said something,
That was-
started talking.
Yeah.
I think there was like one guy that tried to join
The
in
conversation.
the conversation. I was like kind of like, dude,
Go away. we just
just get lost, like. But yeah, like it was still
read the room.
it was still kind of in the beginning. It's like Encomiada, a long hike also, kind of like it was probably 6 hours or so. It's like a big round.
It
It's
was
like
a big
one of the
one,
bigger
yeah.
ones. It's like 20 clicks or so maybe.
Yeah. It wasn't very hard one though. It was
No, it's not super hard. It has like these crazy waterfalls where you kind of like it's raining down, so you have to kind of like
Oh, that
walk,
was yeah.
walk by and don't get like completely showered.
Way!
What?
That was a lot of fun.
And also, you get back down, and then you go like for quite a long time on the road still. And well, in between also, again like pretty wet day, I think, like
Yeah.
pretty rainy. But yeah, I think maybe the first half an hour or so didn't, or 45 we didn't really speak.
Yeah.
Because of like a sad situation, but then yeah, I think from then on we just talked the whole hike basically. So like from then on till the end we were just like the two of us. Well, also you talked most of the time. I was just like asking questions and
Again,
listening.
I'm like this person that like just needs a starting key, and then I like,
Yeah, I was also like, for me also good. Like I know I'm just listening, and then I was also interested, so I just kept on asking questions and
Yeah.
keep the conversation going. Didn't feel like very awkward, and was interesting for me to get to know you also.
I was talking for like 6 hours about horses.
No, not
No,
horse, like
no,
a lot
no.
of things, and
True. Yeah, we talked about so many things in that like one big conversation.
like several hours, 4 or 5 hours probably.
Yeah.
Also, we did like a longer break. We were sitting like on this. I think there was also like it took a bit to kind of like get a bit more relaxed. Like we were walking on this like ridge. It's almost like in the mist already. You go quite a bit up. It's like also quite a hike up. And I think there also, because we were already walking
I
together,
died.
and you had to
I
keep
think-
up with my pace also.
I started massaging your shoulders
Yeah.
at some.
Yeah, up on the ridge.
I think you said it was aching or something.
Yeah,
And
it's
I-
kind of
I
like
was just like, all right,
no
I don't
problem.
mind.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so from then on it was like a bit more relaxed. I think also when we had this break and this lookout,
Oh, that was so nice.
we were also sitting on this bench, like you leaning on me. Was looking for the picture also, because I have a picture of that.
I
We were
wish-
chilling there for also quite a while, like half an hour, 45 maybe.
Well, I don't think it was like more than half an hour. Really.
Maybe half an hour. So I just know some of the
it's
guys
nice.
like were lying down in the sun.
Sunbathing, yeah.
It was nice. Like when you compare it to the year after we went there, and it was like beyond complete windstorm
But remember, we also went there.
in the
Didn't we
morning.
go in? Yeah, we
Yeah,
went there
but
super
still,
early in the
it's-
morning.
There was like it was like really heavy rain. Like it was like flying away. You couldn't really stand there.
No, it was crazy.
Very nice sunrise, but
So pretty, but I
Anyway,
couldn't even
like,
film like that. The whole thing was shaking.
I went to that spot probably, I don't know, 5,
A billion
6 times at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I mean, you
it's
have
very beautiful.
one of the nice views from there.
Wasn't it Bikadok?
Yeah, some Bikadakana. Yeah.
That's like a definite spot to check out when going to Madeira. It's so, especially for the sunrise, I think it's a must.
Yeah.
It's like, it's, if not as beautiful as Arriero, like the one of the tallest.
Yeah, no, sure.
So yeah, and I think this long conversation also kind of allowed us to understand who we are, what we want.
Yeah.
And I actually had to leave to go back to Ukraine in like a week or so. And then when the day actually came, it was like my last day in Madeira. I don't know, I think we spent some time together also, like maybe a few times more. I went to Mashiko, visited you.
Yeah, I think there was just maybe, I'm not sure if another hike.
Pico
Yeah, there was
Grande.
like another hike.
Yeah.
And then one time you came to Mashiko.
Yeah.
And that was like also in the evening. That was like when we had our goodbye. So that must have been already be after you decided to stay.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Because that was like
You spoiled the things up that I decided to stay. But I think the most, like, I think it was before the hike and before everything. We met like the hike and that was all, I think.
Oh, 3 hikes in total.
No, but before I actually decided to stay.
Yeah, 3 hikes.
3? Okay. Anyway. And obviously, like, I decided to...
Because I brought you to a bus and there was already like a goodbye.
Yes, you're right. Yes, yeah. We went for another hike. I think that was the Pico Grande hike.
Yeah.
And I went back home. And I was literally, the whole day I was crying. I was crying the whole time.
After I'm just remembering, after this hike, we also still went to this spot
in Ribeira Brava,
where we also were set on this mountain upstairs.
Yeah, it was so
like
romantic.
watching like the sunset.
Yeah, it was very nice. That was so nice. And I remember I just felt so good and so horrible at the same time. I was like, fuck. Realistically, if I leave to Ukraine, am I going to see this guy ever again? That was like a quite a low probability that will happen. So yeah, obviously, like I wanted to see you again, but because it's just like the situation in Ukraine is not very nice. Plus, going places is like, I don't know. There was like a much lower probability, and also at some point I also decided to go to remote university if it wasn't remote, because I had to move to a remote university, like same uni but remote. And I made that decision. Also, if I didn't make that decision, I would have to go to a physical uni in Ukraine, and that would be like that would cut off, I think, that. So the thing was, I was very, very upset on that day because I realized that is gonna be very, very low probability. And in the evening, I'm packing my things, crying. Boogie's coming out. I'm ugly crying. I grab my comes in and starts crying. My girl was like, "You leaving? Yeah, you're going away." I'm like, "Yeah, but I have to go back." And then my sister, and she was living with my grandparents at the time, and she also came in, and she's like, "You're going back to war," and she also starts crying, and she's like, and I start crying, and we all together, the 3 of us, go to my grandpa and tell him we're not flying. We're all crying, and I'm like, "We're not flying to Ukraine. I'm not flying to Ukraine tomorrow morning." I think it was the next morning. And he's like, takes off his glasses, puts them on the table, goes, "Yup." like he was also almost crying. He was like, good decision. Oh yeah, and then we got to spend a few more days together, like a few more meetings and dates together, and then he went back to Germany. And that was like 3 months. 3 months? 3 months. That was not so long ago. I actually checked it. It was 3 months.
No, it's not. It's like we went back in April, 1st April. And then
a bit less than 3 months.
Yeah, and then in June I
come
came
on,
also to
like
Madeira.
June. Yeah, beginning of June. No. Or July. I think it was July. Beginning of July. Or end of June, beginning of July. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But this whole time we were also like texting, and the whole time we video called, I think maybe it's 2 or 3 times during the whole time.
Not so.
Because I also video call, I think now when we either of us goes somewhere, like usually I would go to Madeira or something, we would video call. But I think it's because we're like pretty much also used to each other at this point. And before, for me, it was like, oh my god, he's gonna see me without makeup on a video call. Jesus Christ, he's gonna think I'm ugly and never reply to my messages ever again.
Obviously.
So now I'm overreacting to things. But yeah, we would text. Oh, someone is very comfortable. We would text the whole time, morning, evening, ask about our days. Also have like full on text conversations and audio messages. Oh my god, the audio messages! I would listen to the audio message not once but like 2-3 times so I can like, listen to your wonderful. Yeah.
It was nice. Like it
was.
There's like a lot of time. It's like sometimes just writing, like short, but sometimes like writing for longer. Actually going and like into some topic. Also, like I don't know. It's just like discovered more things. Like talked about books a lot and
it gave us a nice opportunity to
interests. And just like a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's nice. Like,
yeah, I think it gave us an opportunity to also like understand also more about each other and see whether we actually like how actually compatible we are, because again we didn't have like so much time. Like I think I was already very much obviously like sure that it's gonna go well, but I wasn't really sure whether it's gonna go well or not. So yeah, but it was a nice opportunity to kind of understand more.
yeah.
And then you came to visit me the day before. No, like 2-3 days before you visited me. I picked up a little puppy that was drowning in water, and I took him out, and I was having complete sleepless nights because we had to go to like the vet and everything, and my grandparents always wanted, like, my grandpa would always like a second dog, so I brought them a second dog. But it was literally like very random.
Raven.
Also, when Julian arrived, it was obviously much easier for me. You helped a lot, I think, with Teddy.
Yo.
When you also picked up the name for him.
True.
Teddy, because I wanted to name him Raven, but after all, he was Teddy. And that was like a week. Eh?
Yeah.
A week that
maybe
you were-
maybe 10 days. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
10 days.
Yeah, you're right. A little bit longer than a week. Gosh, but that was such an insanely amazing week.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was also very much like, I also didn't really, have my phone with me.
Yeah.
Really,
no,
I didn't
it's-
really
Like
check
I said
anything.
to you also, it was like for me also.
Super
It
calm.
was funny also. It was the like one of the last weeks that I was still employed.
Mm-hmm.
the old employer before I kind
Mhm.
of did my own thing,
Yeah.
and it was still like my leftover holiday.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was generally quite chill. Didn't take a computer, which is rare for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, just had like a very, very, very relaxed time. I think like
Yeah.
we went to a lot of nice places. Every day something.
Yeah, we hiked a lot. I also like that you were like, wherever you want to go, let's go. I was like, oh, that's very nice. Because at that point, I could have been a Madeira guide. I've been also pretty much everywhere at that point. Like, I would, ever since I realized I can drive in the mountains, I drove in the mountains all the time. And yeah,
Yeah,
that
I mean,
was
we obviously also went like too many places.
true.
It's
Yeah.
like I don't know, we did probably like 10 of these community hikes,
Mm-hmm.
but also
I know.
we've been there
Could both be Madeira
before.
guides.
So yeah, but yeah, like also we were more on the other side of the island, so we could also like check out a few things there. We had the car, so like a lot of
It was very
flexibility
easy. Yeah.
because we were always like we didn't have the car before, so we were always like kind of
Have to
had
connect
to
with someone.
figure something
driving.
out how to get there, how to get back, and
Yeah, it's a lot of
bus
pain.
or like sneak in somewhere or boat, and it's like yeah,
Gosh, bus. I would never go back into the bus. It's like
yeah, it's annoying.
it's so bad in Madeira because it's just the roads are like so twirly and twisty, and yeah, being in a bus was not very pleasant for me. Anyway, yeah, I think that week kind of marked quite a nice, also like a final like we vibe together.
Yeah.
We can exist in one because we didn't live really together before. Like well, I mean, I came to visit you, but that wasn't really like staying, together for a little longer. And just every single day felt so magical. And yeah, I just like I was totally head over heels. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
And then you left again.
Well, I had to go back
Emotional
home.
damage. Look at this guy.
Had to go back home.
Yeah.
How far are we going actually?
47 minutes.
No, how far in this?
Let's go to the point where I come to Germany.
It's like the next one, like just that in between there's
Before,
maybe
yeah.
just a few months that
So
I'm also back home again.
yeah, but also again more texting, more like more voice video messages at this point, like
Yeah.
more like a bit
Yeah,
more
so-
relaxed.
I mean, I think it was August. So August.
It was just on my like 10 days before my birthday.
Oh, you came already in August, huh?
I came in August,
So yeah,
closer
then
to the end of August.
I'm not sure.
And then we'll talk about that next time because